Hi, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Tamara. I'm a homeschool mom of 3, and I've been homeschooling for about 6 years. So today I'm sharing with you some of the resources I'm planning to use with my 4-year-old who will be joining us this year, part of our regular schedule for pre-K. So one of the first things I am using with my son this year that I've actually been using for a while now are these pre-K getting ready for school flashcards by Flashkids. And one of the things I really like about these cards is there's, number one, there's so many of them. There's 86 of them, and they include simple things like shapes, words, sight words, there's numbers, colors. There's just so many different things, so many different cards and options, different ways that you can use these. One of our favorite ways to use them is to actually take a small section of them, maybe 15 or 20 cards, place them on the floor in a circle, and I will call them out, call out the card that I want him to go and jump on, and he'll do the same for me. And that's one of his favorite games to play, and he has no idea he's learning at the same time, but it's great. And this is actually something I've used with my older two, so definitely highly recommend these cards for preschool. The next thing are these linking cubes. These are great for learning to count, learning skip counting, also reinforces colors. We use them to make patterns. Right now my son also just joins them all together and uses them to make a long train that he scoots around the floor. So the imagination limit with using these is really endless. They could be used in a lot of different ways for helping introduce those concepts for kids. Another thing that we'll be using, we do a lot of read alouds in our family, and this book has some of the classic stories that my kids have grown up listening to and really enjoying, including Corduroy, Ferdinand, Madeline. These stories just stay with you as you grow. And so for this particular book, it has Corduroy, Ferdinand, Pig, Madeline, Miss Rumphius, Peter Rabbit, Winnie the Pooh, Fudge, Homer Price, Sam Gribley, Pippi Longstocking, Encyclopedia Brown, Matilda, and Sebastian. So really fun resource to just sit back, read aloud, cuddle up on a couch and read. I mean, that's just the greatest gift to really give a child, is the ability to be able to read. Other resources I'll be using this year are these Wipe Clean books, one by Scholastic, which is targeted at the kindergarten level, but I think any child who's ready to hold a pen or pencil or marker would benefit from any of these Wipe Clean books. This one in particular, my son really took to, and towards the end of last year actually started trying to trace through and mark the letters and the words that are in here. So it goes through the alphabet, giving opportunities to write words. This is also another great way to reinforce sight words. Here we have a page that introduces the uppercase and the lowercase letters, again with the opportunity to trace them using a dry erase marker. I've used these over the years with my girls, and it's pretty easy to wipe them clean. If for some reason you have a marker that is a little bit resistant to just a typical eraser, a damp cloth will do the trick. So really like this series for dry erase, for the Wipe Clean series as well. Here's the numbers. And then I think, it also introduces a little bit of math in this book with shapes, again with the sight words, and patterns that could be reinforced using the linking cubes. So there's different ways to blend all of these resources together. This particular book focuses on math specifically, including introducing fractions, which I think is really great. I think the level is targeted at like a kindergarten or first grade level because it says ages 5 to 7, but again, you're the best judge of if your kid's ready. So if you think they're ready to do, matching the numbers or matching the patterns, go for it. These are great resources that you can keep using over and over, and I have. Another resource that I really like is the this clock. It's by Melissa and Doug. It's the type of clock that's kind of self-correcting. It comes with these little flashcards here in the back that you can actually put up and say, okay, show me 10:45. Kids move the hands to where they think they ought to be, and then opening this little window here allows them to be able to match the time that they're supposed to be showing. And then on the back here, it also shows, you know, if the hands are in the right position. So my son enjoys using this clock. He enjoys just playing with it and turning it. And again, another just really good resource for introducing time. Something new that we'll be using this year for my preschooler are these small I Can Read series types books. My middle child actually used these to learn how to read, so Bot books are not new to us. This is a set that I actually have not tried yet, but I will be using them this year. These are Learning to Read with Tug the Pup and his friends. They come in these very small, easy to hold books for little hands. There's 12 of them, and they have very simple sentences like big pig can jump. And just using these to practice and just have that familiarity, I think, has worked well for us in the past, and so that's what we'll continue to attempt to help him learn to read. And then finally, one of the last resources that I'm using this year, but actually was the first one that I purchased when we started homeschooling, are these days of the week and weather calendar pieces. It's something I got from Amazon, and if it's still available, I will link it in the description box. But basically, it's posted in our classroom, and every day we go and we put up what day of the week it is. So it'll say something like, today is Sunday, the weather is partly cloudy, tomorrow is Monday, and it just reinforces that. And we continue to use these. I bought this when my oldest was probably about 4 or 5, and we're still using it to this day. So this is what I'm planning to use. I'll make another video that goes into all the resources that I'm planning for my 3rd grader, my 6th grader, and then another video that includes our digital resources, because we do use electronics and internet as well to supplement our homeschooling. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Leave me a comment below if you're using some of these or what you're using for your preschooler. I love watching other homeschoolers and learning what they're using and see if we can incorporate any of that into our homeschool. And until the next one, bye.